Hello children. Now today we are going to look at soil pollution. Now this is one of the major concerns that is being faced by the humankind. So it is soil pollution. So because the soil is polluted, we are not able to get good amount of nutritious food. Okay, right? Now we will see what soil pollution is. Now soil or land pollution can be defined as the buildup in soils of persistent toxic chemical compounds. Okay, salts, radioactive materials, or even disease causing agents which adversely affects the growth of a plant and the health of animals. Okay, right? Now, so this looks a little complex definition. I would just simplify it. Basically, soil pollution or land pollution is basically what? You are dumping all the wastes which are generated from the industries, which are generated from human waste, which is generated from say your say the plastic waste. So all these are getting dumped into the soil, and because it is getting dumped into the soil and because we are consuming the products which are produced from the soil itself, we are getting all these toxic substances into our system, and in turn it is affecting our body. Okay, so that is as simple definition as you can look at. Okay, right? Okay, so I'll just read it once again for you so that you can understand better. Soil or land pollution can be defined as the buildup in soils of persistent toxic chemical compounds, salts, radioactive materials, or even disease causing agents which adversely affects the growth of a plant and the health of a animal. Okay, now what are the causes of soil pollution? Some top causes of soil pollution are wrong agricultural practices. So if you are not practicing the agricultural methods properly, then the soil can get polluted. Okay, then the second one is industrial waste. Okay, then the third one is urbanization. Then the fourth one is biomagnification. Fifth one is deforestation, and sixth one is dumping of solid wastes. Okay, so these are the top causes of soil pollutants. Okay, now when I say these are the top causes, now these graph, this is the pie chart. I'm so sorry, it's a pie chart. It has various industries and the percentage in which they are actually affecting the soil. So organic waste is dumped into the soil at 32%. Then you have the complex materials, that is 8%. Then you have metal, that is 7%. Then you have peat waste, which is 1%. Other waste is 5%. Paper waste is 20%. Textiles 2%. Glass is 2%. Construction and demolition 8%, and plastics. So see here, paper, it's causing a lot of pollution of the soil. Plastic, also a major concern, but the most major thing is organic waste that is being dumped. So these are all the major soil pollutants. Okay, right? So moving on, effects of soil pollution. So obviously we have seen that these are the causes that because of which the soil is getting polluted. Now we will see the effects of the soil pollution. Now when I say effects of soil pollution, now if we look at from a broad perspective, so if we are looking at a bigger picture, okay, the effects of soil pollution are vast, okay, dangerous and many. Okay, they are vast, they are also dangerous, and there are many ways in which the soil is getting polluted. Okay, now in any case the effect can be summarized in three broad categories. So if we look at the broader perspective also, that effect can be summarized in three categories. Okay, now the first category is hazardous chemical entered into the food chain from the soil, causes disruption of biochemical processes. So when we are treating the soil with lot of chemicals, okay, chemical fertilizers, now these producers will start, the consumers will start eating them. Okay. Now, if you look at the producers are the at the bottom of the food chain, that is the plants. They produce food. Okay. Now, when they produce food, and if the soil is treated chemically, okay, if it is treated with hazardous chemicals, then those chemicals are entering into the plant. Okay. And that plant, if it is eaten by the consumers, okay, say for example a deer is eating it, okay, now a deer has eaten it, and the hazardous chemical has entered into the deer's body, and this deer is being eaten by a lion, and that lion is getting the chemical substances. And what is happening, because of that chemical toxin, there is a disruption in the biochemical process, okay, which is very, very dangerous. It is life threatening. Okay. Then soil becomes infertile because of water logging and salinity. Okay, salinity is having high salt concentration, and water logging is the water is stagnant over there. The water gets logged in there because it doesn't have any other space to go. Okay, so soil becomes infertile because of that. And the third one is toxic chemical affect plant growth and animal life. As I said, now if toxic chemicals are being left in the soil, now those chemicals are picked up by the plant, and those chemicals are actually indirectly affecting the growth of the plant. And when the plants are eaten by the animals, in turn those chemicals are actually getting transferred into the animals also, and the animals are also getting affected. Okay, right? So these are the three effects of soil pollution. Then you have introduction to waste categories. That is the next topic now, introduction to waste categories. Now, when we look at introduction to waste categories, they can be either biodegradable or non-biodegradable. Okay, right? So these are the two waste categories, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So we'll see what are biodegradable and non-biodegradable in the next slide. Now, banana peels, leaves, and most other food materials are examples of biodegradable material, and plastic cans and styrofoam are not biodegradable. Okay. Then there are times when one might be confused whether something is biodegradable or non-biodegradable, and that is a risk to take since it poses a threat to the environment. Now, if say for example a substance is present on the land, okay, it is present on the land, okay, now this substance, if it is there from millions of years, it is not degraded properly, okay, right, and it is there over there, okay, it is there, okay, it is not getting degraded by the environment. So that substance, it possesses a threat to the environment. Okay, so say for example you have plastic. Okay, as I said, you have plastic here and you have styrofoam also. So these two are on the cans also. Those two take many hundreds of years to get disintegrated. Okay, so that causes a lot of pollution to the environment because the water will not be getting seeped into the underground bed. Okay, and because of that, the water cycle or the water table has come down. Okay, right. The second one is, therefore, knowing what biodegradable and non-biodegradable are can help prevent pollution. So if we know what substances are biodegradable and what are non-biodegradable, we can help in preventing the pollution. Okay. Now, separating wastes the right way goes a long way in providing a solution to these environmental issues. Okay. So if you segregate waste, okay, if you are segregating waste, say for example, organic waste in one bin, metallic waste in other bin, glass waste in other bin, okay, then you have your plastic waste in other bin. Okay, so if you are segregating the waste as the municipal authorities are doing these days, okay, then they can be a proper solution for the environmental issues which is possessed by these non-biodegradable substances, okay, or the biodegradable substances. Okay. Now, Now we will see what are biodegradable wastes. Okay. Now biodegradable means that a substance that can be easily decomposed by naturally occurring agents such as oxygen, water, ultraviolet rays, microbes, acid rains, etc. Okay, right? So say for example, I am there and I have reached my equilibrium, that means I am no more. Okay, so if I am no more, I am a biodegradable waste, because my body, if there is no life in this body, then if it is not been burnt, okay, then it will be acted upon by oxygen, it will be acted upon by water, okay, it will be acted upon by ultraviolet rays as well. If it is not complete, it is not properly buried, then it will be acted upon by microbes, it will be acted upon by acid rains. So all these, they are the agents which degrade my body. Okay, they completely degrade my body till the bones, and these bones also are slowly degraded, but it's a very lengthy process. Okay, right? It is a very long process. Okay, now these are some of the biodegradable wastes, like your apple, pumpkin, banana peel, orange, bread, plants. Okay, so all these are considered to be biodegradable wastes. Then you have non-biodegradable wastes. So what are these non-biodegradable wastes? Now, non-biodegradable substances do not break down or dissolve for many years. So they don't break down. So that is a characteristic feature here. Do not break down or dissolve for many years. Okay. Now, because of that, they can be recycled and reused. Okay. Because of that, they can be recycled and reused. So instead of throwing waste in the garbage, it can be dumped in a proper recycling place to make it useful for other purposes. Just like excuse me, just like people are encouraging recycling. Okay, so these plastics which you see here, these are the all non-biodegradable materials which are seeing here. Okay, so all these substances can be recycled. So that is what is being encouraged these days. Okay, now moving on. Now we will see the differences between biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes. Okay, now the first point, in biodegradable, can be decomposed by natural agents. So natural agents, as we seen here, these are the natural agents. Okay, right? Oxygen, water, ultraviolet rays, microbes, acid rains, etc. Okay, then cannot be decomposed by natural agents. Okay, it's just the opposite. Okay, then you have accumulation does not happen as they get decomposed. So these biodegradable waste, as I said, my body, it can get decomposed. So accumulation of this waste does not occur. Whereas in non-biodegradable waste, they often get accumulated. Okay, these non-biodegradable wastes, they often get accumulated for years. Okay, they often get accumulated for years. Okay, now then you have, these can be used for the generation of energy through biogas or compost. So this is the recycling part. Okay, you can get biogas or the compost. Okay, right, which is very, very useful for the plants to grow. Okay, and biogas is used for cooking purposes. Okay, then these can be recycled using industrial methods. So plastic also can be recycled, and you know, from the plastic petrol can be made. Okay, there is a person in Hyderabad who makes that and he sells that petrol. Okay, right, he is making petrol from plastic. So that is what he is recycling it. Okay, then they are mostly non-toxic and not harmful to the environment. So these are non-toxic. Okay, these are mostly non-toxic and they are not harmful to the environment, whereas here they are highly toxic and harmful to the environment. Okay, right. So these are the differences between biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes. Okay, right. So in this session we have seen the soil pollution, we have seen Okay, what are the causes of soil pollution we have seen. Then we have seen the effects of soil pollution. What are the three major effects we have seen? Okay, then we have seen an introduction to waste categories, that is the biodegradable and the non-biodegradable wastes. Okay, and we have seen the definition of biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes. Okay, and then we have seen the differences between biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes. So I hope that you have understood this session. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.